What's going on, guys? I pulled some questions out of the old Instagram box because they're loading up, and Scott, who's a strength coach, sent me a question. Trains a lot of football players and baseball players, starting to train wrestlers, and wants to know what's the difference, because his football and baseball players are predominantly doing sprint type stuff, explosive type stuff, and he's saying, hey, how could I change this for the wrestlers? First of all, in all my many years and gazillion hours training kids, I'm going to tell you, we think they need all these different things because they're in a different sport. Sorry guys, got my dog out here. We think they're in some different sports, so they're going to need this kind of specialty training. And then what happens is we realize they actually work better doing a lot of similar stuff. They all need to be stronger. They all need to do athletic movements to build coordination and to be more explosive. And we don't need to change that many things. I'd say some of the biggest changes are, in season, my baseball players are not going overhead. I'm using more specialty bars in season for the baseball guys. Safety squat bars, Swiss bars for the pressing motions, and I'm probably doing a 2-to-1 pulling to pushing ratio for the baseball players. But your wrestlers are going to need, strength endurance and power endurance, so you're going to have to do those repeated bouts of explosiveness. Your baseball players and football players need general physical preparation, so you're going to do a lot of sled work and a lot of carries. The thing about wrestlers is they need to be tough, but so does every athlete. My son plays baseball, and I just think of the other day, they had a game that lasted about 3 hours. Temperatures were in the mid-90s. And the coach said, toughest team is going to win here. You've got to be tough in those times where you need to maintain focus. It's extremely hot. Maybe the kids are even slightly dehydrated. So the workouts, they're not getting these big, dramatic changes. The basics are always going to win. The more specialized and fancy we get in the strength and conditioning, which is very much a blanket term, the more I find that we get away from actually getting results. So if you look at my workouts when we're training athletes, you'll see the athletic warm-up. You'll see a lot of jump training. You'll see a lot of throwing of medicine balls, slamming, throwing against the wall, rotational throws. Then you see us going into our general physical strength and speed work. A lot of big lifting coupled with jumping and throwing. So if we're squatting or deadlifting or power cleaning, we're jumping. If we're doing an upper body push, we're coupling it with an upper body pull. So a lot of contrast work, strength followed by speed, speed into strength. And every workout is flawed, but guess what? So is every sport. No game, no wrestling match, no baseball game or football game ever goes exactly as planned. So don't expect your workouts to be perfect, but the fact that you're training kids and giving them your heart, I'm telling you, that's 100% more than what a lot of other people are giving. They're just kind of turning the lights on in a weight room and letting the kids, half squat and take 5-minute rests in between every set of benching. So give those kids all your heart. Keep trying to make the programming better. But I promise you, it doesn't have to be as fancy as it has to be. Basics for the win. The amateur wants fads and gimmicks. The expert understands that basics are the most reliable and trustworthy forms of exercise. Food for thought. A lot of links below for some free stuff and opportunities to invest. Hopefully see some of you guys at the Underground Strength Academy getting your learn on.